if you click this video, you probably know, but on the small chance that you don't, a TBR list is just to be read. So the books that you're hoping to read in the next month, year, whatever time frame you have. So I'm going to share with you some tips that I've learned over the past few years that haven't just helped me read more, but to enjoy what I read more. Here we go. Tip number one is don't completely fill up your calendar. If you know you can read 3 books a month, don't decide December of the year before 36 books that you are going to read the next year. Give yourself some room for some spontaneity. There's going to be new releases that come out that you're really interested in. Maybe a friend will gift you a book that they really want you to check out, or there might be something that you didn't think of. You forgot that, oh, that's been on my list forever and I just haven't gotten around to it. Give yourself some wiggle room. The second tip that I've been doing the last few years is I give myself 1 or 2 months where I either don't fill up the docket at all, or I don't give myself anything to read. So usually twice a year I give myself that time to catch up. Some books might be a much denser read than you anticipated. Maybe it's short enough that you thought you'd finish it in a couple weeks, but it's just such a slow read that it's taken you at least a month and you're still trudging through it. There are going to be some surprises, so giving yourself either, a month where say you normally read 3 months, you only plan 1 book that month, or like I said, you just don't plan anything to read. The other thing that I do is I read multiple genres at once. So typically I have, because I usually read about 3 books a month, I have 1 nonfiction and then 2 that are something else. So usually there's a nonfiction, a fantasy, and then whatever else I decide to do. Kind of become familiar with how fast you do read, and make sure you're enjoying the pace at which you read. Don't just speed read to go through. Give yourself that extra time, because I know I find if I'm trying to just read a book to get it done because I'm supposed to finish it in this time, I end up reading it so quickly, I'm not enjoying it like I should. So the other thing is know your pleasurable reading pace. The pace that you read at where you actually enjoy the story. Have a different variety as far as not just different genres, like I said before, but also, something that's been on my shelf forever and I just haven't gotten around to. Something that I just got fairly recently and I'm really excited to read. Something that I knew existed but I hadn't bought yet. Things like that. So not just different kinds of books, but books that you've found in different ways. Now, something I'll do as well is I kind of come up with an order in which to read them. I base it off of month and or season, so like this is going to be my January read because, I don't know, it looks like winter. It reminds me of winter, so I'm gonna read it in January because then it feels more appropriate to read it at that time. So when I was reading H.P. Lovecraft this past year, I read that in October because the mood just seemed right. So that helps you get more into the book and read it a little bit quicker and enjoy reading it more, I think, is, if you're reading something at a time of year where you're just in the mood for it. Let me know how you make your TBR list. Let me know what is on your TBR list for 2021. And as always, likes, comments, and subscribes are wildly appreciated, and I will see you in the next chapter. The pace that you read at where you actually enjoy the story.